First week, already 10th of March, and the year
Sabiti
is
show
2025.
every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with Feta, Emmanuel, Akelo Sifiana Julie, Kajik Daisy Uchama, only on West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
8 p.m. Before we get into the details of the news, we always commence everything with what's happened in the headlines. Because of that, first take a look at the headlines, then I will bounce back to give you the news into details. Coming up in the NILECAST news headlines tonight, property worth millions destroyed as fire gets up in the municipality. Better service delivery is seen as an icon for women empowerment in Kokopo district. And the Madisa respect high-ranked officers. Details about this in NILECAST news.
Sabiti show every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with Feta, Emmanuel, Akelo Sifiana Julie, Kajik Daisy Uchama, only on West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Around 4 a.m. The fire started from one house and spread to the other 5 houses, including kiosk and hotel in Opanu village. Alfred Jawok was on ground and he compiles the details about the story.
Fire gutted 6 houses in Opano municipality, destroying properties of residents worth millions of shillings. Eyewitnesses say the fire started in the wee hour of 10th March 2025 at around 4 a.m. from one house and spread to other 5 houses, including kiosk and hotel. Haron Ufoiroth, an eyewitness, says that they saw huge plumes of smoke as the fire ravaged the houses this morning. He added that the fire started when everyone was asleep and they could not do much to curtail the spread of the fire. Selva Omake, LC1 chairperson of Panocel, confirmed the incident and said there are no reported deaths or injuries since all the residents vacated the area on time.
I had a blast at night at around 5, thinking that it was a tire burst. Then on coming out to the street, I found no vehicle which parked. Then by that time it was dark. Then I saw light at the space. Then I ran straight away and got fire burning at the corner. And by that moment the fire gutted, and it was extreme to the extent that no rescue can be made.
Chris Bitum, one of the victims whose 2 houses were also burnt, appeals to the government to come and rescue them from such hard times. Geoffrey Ngirikere, Mayor municipality, who was among the first people to respond, has faulted the victims for setting up such houses in non-gazetted areas, which he says endangers the entire neighborhood.
At around 4 a.m. of today, we had a very sad incident that happened in our town of Nebi municipality in our area here, one of the cells, where at night a very tragic fire came out and burnt so many Meshadines around this area. And this is an area where there are a lot of business that normally take place for the low-income earners.
Ngirikere further appealed to the government to establish police fire and rescue services in Greater Nebi for quick response to such incidents.
Indeed, we are really suffering, and it is a very, very hard cry for the people. We lost over 40 houses also within this Nebi municipality, whereby we thought if these trucks would have been around here, we would have saved those areas. We would have lost around 1 or 2, and then the rest would have been rescued. If we had all these fire trucks around this area, we would have saved most of this merchandise for our clients within the municipality. But we have ever been raising this issue to the government. Up to today, we have not received any response.
Reports from police in Greater Nebi indicate that 10 fire incidents occurred in the last 3 years, as the majority of the fire broke out in residential premises. Alfred Jawok, Camilla Stansha, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Sabiti show every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with Feta, Emmanuel,
is seen as icon for women empowerment in Koboko district.
Kajik Daisy Uchama,
on 8th of March 2025,
only on West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Held at the Teramonga Primary School in Koboko municipality. Take a look at the story. Better service delivery in different sectors such as education sector, health sector, agricultural sector, among others, is seen as one of the icons for women empowerment in Koboko district. This message was delivered during International Women's Day celebration in Koboko municipality at the Teramonga Primary School playground on 8th of March 2025, attracting thousands of masses, including different dignitaries in different sectors, under the theme, Accelerate Action for Gender Equality. Honorable Taban Ate Sarifa, woman member of parliament for Koboko district, who doubled as the chief guest of that day, designed the celebration with the unveiling of brand new 5 tractors that will basically help the women in the district to boost the agricultural sector.
Agriculture is the backbone of Uganda. And I noticed my people, we have a lot of land. Sometimes I move in Koboko and I see how vast our land is and it's empty. It breaks my heart. Because I move in other districts too, as an MP, as a leader, and I see what is there. I bought 5 tractors. I want to boost agriculture in Koboko, and I want my women to be able to make more money through agriculture, because we are still trying to do digging with hose. I want them to commercialize farming so that at least we get money, not just to eat. Empowering women is a process. Me, even as Ate Sharif, I cannot say that I've empowered all the women of Koboko enough. Even government of Uganda, we are trying our best, but it is still not enough. I believe we have progress, because looking at the different government programs that have come from Emioga, PDM, in Koboko districts, my women have done wonderfully well. If you go and check the people that are actually receiving money, if they are 30, 25 are women, 5 are men. So I believe in my heart that the women have been empowered well enough. At least the government has tried. Through other different programs, we have GROW, which is still having challenges. And I believe as leaders, we are going to be able to fix it in the parliament.
Meanwhile, Honorable Sanya Wilson, Lord Mayor Koboko Municipality, urges stakeholders to build on deliberate effort to discuss education issues in order to curb high school dropout rate.
We need to have a deliberate engagement to discuss only education issues. What are the issues? In the last 5 years I've been the mayor here, I have never seen a deliberate effort to discuss education. Baraza meetings are not there. The question now is who's supposed to initiate? I think we need to sit down as people, or as a government. Let's have a meeting, discuss only this issue. Where are the children? Why are they dropping out? Why are they getting, and who are people impregnating this? We need to find out. I've never heard of any man who has been arrested for impregnating a kid. In Koboko, I've never. But they keep getting pregnant, you see, at 13 years old. But who are the ones doing it? We don't know. And what can we do about it? We need to have an engagement that's deliberate for this.
Whereas Banya Emmanuel, General Secretary Muni University, who doubles as the aspiring candidate for Member of Parliament in Koboko, urges the various stakeholders to balance the equation when it comes to education sector.
How best can we support the efforts of both boys and girls in this society? And that's why my focus has been in education. And therefore, when we go into education, let us look at how best we can support the girl child who is in the village. A lot of the girls that have made success in life are the ones in the urban. but the ones in the villages have been left behind. So I think it's time that we refocus our attention from town to the villages, because it's in the village that we still treat women or girl child as a source of labor for cooking, for fetching water, for working in the garden and production. They are not given the opportunity to go to school, and therefore a lot of our focus now has to be turned into the rural girl, the rural child, so that we can empower the rural also to balance up with the urban.
Daddy Leila, Chairperson Woman Councillor for Koboko West Division, appreciates the government for improving on various service deliveries in the district.
As a woman, I'm very proud of the day, because we as a women, we've been empowered by the government of Uganda. More special in the issue of the health, we as women, the health issue is being improved in Koboko by opening more hospitals and health center trees, more special the last and Barifa. Now women are delivering in the hospitals. These are the challenges of women delivering at home is no longer there. Second, the schools, more schools have been opened where all the girls now they are able to go to school, and the issue of women getting money, government money, accept the women from down now, they're able to get what they want. Thirdly, the roads are now improved. Now people are moving freely, they transport their goods. I'm proud of being a woman for this, and I thank the government of Uganda for empowering the women. Thirdly, now the challenge we are getting here as women, the homes are left in the hands of the women. Men take advantage of going to the town, sitting in the veranda where the women the one running up and down looking for food for the children and also school fees.
International Women's Day celebration gives focus to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, most of violence and abuse against women. Oraku Benson Pastore, reporting for Western Television NILECAST.
Sabiti show every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with Feta, Emmanuel,
government to respect
Akelo Sifiana Julie,
this statement came during
Daisy
Thanksgiving prayers that was conducted
only on West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Who was in prison for allegedly failing to protect government duties in Somalia mid last year 2024. Unzima Alan compiles the details about that. The government of the Republic of Uganda have been asked to have respect for high-ranking officers of Madisab region and West Nile region at large. This statement came when Thanksgiving prayers was conducted for Colonel Tidimawa, who was in prison for allegedly failing to protect government duties in Somalia mid last year 2024. Addressing the people on 1st of March 2025 at his home village at Marindi Central Village, Pakara Sub-County, Ajuman District, Colonel Tidimawa thanked people for coming over for the prayers and asked the youth to emulate government programs such as the Paris Development Model, and also said he was innocent, that's why they have freed him.
So manzo anyira madunzi tamalele majola kinire anyasi ni koloko endizider koro desidodro anyari jomati yoza silena ira amala banya ndeka ikama record hili kai siendri dara obobwadi ndanyati so so tanania a na ya made buti anisa nyebudera ka sirare ka ko jokya nyila ko nyindadera ka action duwa so selena anyabera dari enji dar kurni anyini yao.
Honorable Anyama Ben, the LC5 chairman of Juman District, expressed his disappointment to the government and said they must stop taking innocent officers in prison without clear reasons.
Mabusi and Ziakori Madiboranzi in this government. Onyangu. Moses Yali Onya Mabusi and Ziakori in this government. Major General Antogonya Mabusi and Ziakori in this government. En Roma wanya mabusi enzia kori raga metiriai. Vula menerem. This, I want to tell the government, this must be the last prison innocently for our sons of the soil. Innocent, Mabusi. We cannot leave it like this to go. It's not the first time. General Moses Sahel was innocently in Mabusi. But the General Ndoga was innocent in prison. Today, Mawa was innocent in prison. Does it mean when you reach in this government at the level of a general and you are Madi, you should be prison first? No. For us to be happy, Emmanuel Udosie Beto, and the Akoma Diboranja Mabusi Nyagasi, Kola Niba Gamete and Nidomo Seven and Yamodo, Madini Karegama and Nicole Promote General.
Colonel David Chitata Magambo, 503 Brigade Commander, said he had been with the Colonel TD Mawa for a long period of time and had never seen him having issues with his fellow officers, but according to him, this has been an accident which has come to an end.
Although, even if I wasn't just adjacent to Ajumani here, definitely I would be part of this celebration. Simply because Colonel TD Mawa, we have a lot in common. We share a lot in common. And if I was to be allowed to have enough time, I would narrate everything that we went through with the Colonel TD Mawa, and I think I would take the whole day. But thank God we are here today to celebrate. Thank God for all what we've gone through up to this very day. And the recent one, which everybody knows, the reason why we are here. Immediately after that, I told him that God loves you. What will you give him? Or what will you give God? If not, just to organize a Thanksgiving so that we celebrate together.
Father Dan Felix, Missionary Refugee Affairs in Indian Paris, who presided the prayers, however, calls for everyone to thank God for what he has in his half since he is able.
Of our faith in God. It is when myself and yourselves, you realize that all that we are, all that we have is from God. Our whole life on earth, whatever we do, we live, we share, to acknowledge that it does not depend on us. Yes, thanksgiving, our gratitude to God is a response to that call. And when we are always grateful in life, we look at life in all dimensions, whether it's been good or bad. There are good things in life for which we thank God. We are grateful to God. We get jobs, we get employment, we have some successes in work, we have some realizations in the family. All those are good things for which we say at the end of time, God, I'm grateful to you.
Major General Michael Odonga, who doubles as the chief guest of the day, said this is a blessing to Colonel TD Mawa since it's not easy to overcome the storm, and thanks Colonel TD Mawa for honoring God.
As his leader, as his mentor, or teacher, or guide, and as his friend, I want to say this to you, Colonel TD Mawa. First of all, as an elder, I bless you. And I say congratulations for having overcome the storm that came your way. And thirdly, I want to say thank you so much for honoring God by giving back to him. You have done so good. I'm proud of you. The other things I want to say are 5 things. Number 1, military job is no joke. And life is not easy. You only have God as long, you only have life when you are with God. Disiru ni korubani opo nyile digai. I'm telling you from experience. Ni korubani opo nyilani ndro ni kolejo diaru avon bo anyi debu diaru ne. Even while in uniform, ni eburubadi ni dewa. How?
Oraku Benson Pastore, Onzima Alan, reporting for Western Television NILECAST News. Still keeping the pace within Greater Madrid, particularly in Obongi district, Obongi leaders are concerned over abandoned fish pond projects. The leaders expressed their disappointment during the monitoring of government projects in that district.
Lighting up the region.
Okumu Dominic gives us details about that story.
Pimpaza Samuel Hasaka, the resident district commissioner of Obongi, while monitoring government projects across the district, expressed his disappointment over the 126 million fish pond project, which is now abandoned with no single fish inside the pond. He has since gone ahead to engage the police to carry out investigations on the matter so that the perpetrators will be brought to book.
Under Dr. Deep, over 126 million shillings was released for fish pond projects. But we have ended up with almost a real ghost project because this project is 2 in 1. They were supposed initially to do Teremo restoration of the wetland, but then the money was diverted that they let them put it together for fish pond project. And so at the end of the day, NACOPAT as an implementer was brought on board by the district. So when they brought them, I got a complaint from the leaders of this project, Teremo Fish Pond Project, that the scandal that had happened, and that's how I intervened and discovered that in these ponds you see here, there is now not even one fish. You can see the water is smelling, the water has become dirty. All the fish that they brought, the few ones have all died. They didn't feed them since November, and as we talk now, we have opened the case at the police, where the investigations have begun.
Fungaro Mansour Ayub, the chairperson project management committee for the fish pond project, say ever since the project implementation began, the project implementing partner failed to supply the group with the much needed tools needed for the implementation of the project. Besides, the fishlings and the feeds were not supplied adequately enough, which made the fish to starve to death.
Then the feed which they brought for us, there was each group supposed to receive like 3,858 kgs. Then the total is around 7,000 plus. Out of this, the fish which we receive here, we receive like 1,460 kgs for these 2 projects, thermocological and riverbed restoration. And then from there, the feed which they brought for us, it lasts on 29th of November. Up to they never brought for us the fish because they stopped the catfish on early September. It was September 19th, 2024. Then the feed which they brought for us, it lasts on 29th of November. Up to now, they never send feed for the catfish. Right now, you can see now the ponds that's empty. There is no food for catfish, so that they cannot survive. Now the catfish all died off.
For Tim Benson Humphrey, the Chief Administrative Officer of Obongi, when approached on the matter, said he was briefed about the project by the focal point person, who said the project was first given to Gulu University, but later the community members wrote to the Office of the Prime Minister and demanded to implement the project by themselves, which the Office of the Prime Minister okayed, but the project couldn't progress because the groundbreaking was not done.
The fish pond in Palorinya, this project was given to Gulu University by OPM. The IP meant to undertake this was Gulu University. But I think in the middle, from the report I got from the focal person, is that in the middle, the money that was allocated became insufficient and the group wanted to implement it all alone. They wrote, I think, using our structure to OPM to change the project design to allow the group implement, which from the focal person's submission to me is that OPM allowed this particular group to do this thing alone.
Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Now getting to the world of sports, more especially in the Bet Power FUFA Big League, there was a very big encounter at Barokoro, particularly in Zombo district, between the team of Paida Black Angels and Maida. In the process, the game ended by 2-1 in favor of Paida Black Angels. That means they still continue to keep their hopes of qualifying for StarTimes Uganda Premier League next season. First, take a look at the highlights of how things transpired at Barokoro.
The Black Angels Sports Club staged a dramatic 2-1 comeback to edge Maida FC at Barokoro Stadium in Zombo District during match day of the FUFA Big League on Sunday. The result handed the visitors their first loss of the season. Raymond Uachel gave the Black Angels the lead with a well-timed header in the 18th minute. However, the visitor side roared back with restoring parity in the 65 minutes before Jacob Opar sailed the win 10 minutes later. The Black Angels Sports Club comeback moves them to 26 points, though they remain in the same position, sitting 5th on the table. Sasi Aliri, head coach by the Black Angels Sports Club, expressed gratitude over the 2 wins at home.
Right now, for us to win those 2 games at home, it's big because we are being motivated. And right now, the away games, we expect a win also. Yeah, that's definite. Because our way forward is actually to be in position number 2 or 3 or 1. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Fred Nyanzi, team leader Maida FC, conceded a defeat and said they expected win but attributed the loss to his vibrant player who was sent off the pitch with the red card. The 2 victories at Barokoro proves the strength of the club in the second leg of FUFA Big League. Alfred Jawok, Camilla Stansha, West Nile TV, NILECAST.